Okay.
Yeah, there we go.
All right, cool. Okay, so normally I'm one to say that Ness is it's pretty easy, but it's like the way he was playing was like it spaced me up. Like he would stay in the air a lot and then come down, and most of them would just approach forward, and that's kind of the wrong way to do it.
Yeah,
it's fun though. You can learn a lot from him.
Absolutely, yeah. But moving on to the next game, we got SaSSy versus Gray. Gray, yes.
Okay. I believe this is. I don't know what round this is, but
round 2.
Oh, round 2.
It looks like we're actually just getting right into it. No hand warmer necessary. SaSSy taking the early lead, putting on a lot of damage. It's very interesting watching SaSSy play after seeing so much Gyo. Sort of the aggressive rod play rather than like the early.
Wow! What a big hit!
Wow! Yeah, that up air killing at 84.
Incredible. After
the up air.
That's the town and city ceiling right there.
Yeah.
And having it with the platform too really helps.
Definitely something you have to keep an eye out for. If you get caught up on those platforms, you can be losing your stock at very early percents.
Yeah, I had the privilege of staying in the same room for Genesis with SaSSy. So
okay.
Dude, we were the only two that made it out of pools from our dorm, but
nice.
It's like the thing about SaSSy compared to Gyo, he's very patient. Oh my goodness!
Ooh.
Like he just
just right there. You see the patience, setting up the air dodge bait and then punishing very, very, very hard.
There's a lot of things too, like, and this is like when I compare the two players, SaSSy. Gyo feels a little flowcharty with a lot of his setups.
Yeah.
And SaSSy is one that just he understands characters. He waits out.
Yeah.
He's a little more patient. If you're mixing it up against Gyo and he can't predict what you're doing, it's not as easy. But I mean, right there was a good example. He didn't go for the up air. He went for the down throw and then the down air because he waited to see if how he was gonna react.
Yeah.
And the height and the air dodge just made it perfect. It looks like he's explaining that to him right now.
Yeah.
It's always nice to see new players come out, which is 130, man. That's
130, tied for
incredible.
our highest numbers.
Man, that's incredible.
But yeah, it's interesting that you say that SaSSy is more patient than Gyo, because I do feel like his playstyle, regardless of that, is actually more aggressive, whereas Gyo usually gets more aggressive like in the late game whenever he's started like searching for his kills and stuff, but he's usually plays a bit more defensive and like throwing the gyro and from a pretty safe distance than using projectiles to like pester his opponent and trying to get them to like run towards him instead. Whereas SaSSy is very, very, very aggressive. Like uses the down B to push into his opponent's space and like push them into the corner.
Well, it's not necessarily like just how they're playing the game.
Yeah. Not to contradict you, just say that it's interesting because usually you see that the reverse of that. Usually the patient players are like the super zoning defensive ones.
It's being patient and understanding what your characters can do and expecting what your opponent is going to do. But he's actually going Mr. Game & Watch now, and this was his secondary that he plays, and right there.
Oh, the armor on the up smash.
That up smash is incredibly underrated. The armor from frame 4 and on is like ridiculous, but he's wearing a scuba helmet.
Yeah, he is actually wearing like an armored helmet. Doing a good job of just being super slippery with all the rolls, setting up the jabs, making it hard for Gray to get him pinned down.
Yeah, he's definitely catching him with the dash attack too.
It's a surprisingly good move. It comes forward and is active faster than you'd expect like a slow character like Game & Watch.
Well, when you compare it to like his Melee and Brawl versions of it, it feels like a different beast. Mr. Game Watch is an amazingly fun character, and so just to watch and getting with the neutral beat. But I'm not sure if this is like the best place to take Mr. Game Watch as well. This seems like a stage where if he can catch you under the platforms, he's gonna rack up a bunch of damage in the late game, and then in the early game. But in the late game, he's gonna wait for those opportunities, just like that. To wait to see if you're gonna land on the platform, and then he can just punish accordingly.
Yeah, which may have actually been why he switched to Game & Watch, just for that stage advantage. But
it's one of the reasons.
Maybe. But, pretty dominating performance from SaSSy, though.
Yeah, for sure. Shout out, good job by both players, but SaSSy, man.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. Austin talent is
yes. Yeah, it's actually
real.
a treat for me because I haven't got to see SaSSy play before. You know,
Oh,
obviously,
really?
yeah, like people talk about, he's definitely like one of the best in Austin. Definitely like a contender, a person you want to look out for. But yeah, I've just never had the pleasure of seeing him play personally. So
Oh, well.
very fun for me.
There you
to be able
go.
to, especially comparing him to our resident Rob player Gyo, and seeing all the differences, all the different ways they approach stuff.
It's so different.
Yes, very
It's
different.
I think just being more comfortable, like when